Hi everybody, I'm Marcus.
And I'm Letitia.
And this is your marriage tip for today.
Today's marriage tip is fight fair.
Fight fair. Now when we're talking about fighting fair, we don't mean, boxing or kickboxing or doing karate or anything like that, because you shouldn't be resorting to any kind of physical altercations in the marriage. Right. When we're talking about fighting, we're talking about when there are disagreements that come up in the marriage, how you are to approach them so that you don't attack or cause any long-term emotional damage just because you are disagreeing about something.
So we're going to give you a short list of ways to help you to fight fair.
Fight fair. Okay.
The first thing is say what's bothering you.
And only what's bothering you. Mm-hmm. Get to the issue. And an easy way to do that, we've discussed this with each other, and I think we may have told you all before, a sentence that we like to use is, when you do this, you say what that is, it makes me feel, you say whatever it is. Mm-hmm. That's a polite way of conveying your feelings versus, having an attitude about, this, that, and the other that has nothing to do with really what you're angry about.
Right, because, ladies, I think we're good at doing this. We can be upset about something, and instead of telling our spouse, what's really bothering us, mm-hmm. we'll walk around the house, maybe like with an attitude, mm-hmm. or, basically just trying to get his attention. Right. And then when he asks, well, babe, what's wrong? You're like, nothing. Nothing's wrong with me. Nothing. Well, we know something's wrong because you're slamming doors. Yeah, slamming doors, kicking the cat, biting the dog, cussing out the goldfish when they're really not the problem. No, right. You need to say exactly what is wrong so you can get to the root of the issue. Number 2, listen without interrupting.
Right. So many times, when we say that we're listening, we're not really listening. In mm-hmm. fact, when we say we're listening, we're just gaining ammunition. We're making up the next point in our argument, and that's not really listening. No, mm-hmm. Tell your mind to hush. Not to mention, it's disrespectful.
Right.
It's disrespectful, bottom line. So love your spouse enough to actually listen to what they're saying. Chances are, if you listen, you'll come to a conclusion in the argument a whole lot faster versus if you're just going off on your own little thing. Because if you're not listening, you're never really going to address mm-hmm. what they're endeavoring to tell you is bothering them. So listen. Just because you're quiet doesn't mean you're listening.
Right, because your mind can be doing all kind of gymnastics and everything else.
Right, so calm it down and just listen.
Number 3, only discuss the details at hand. Don't bring up old issues.
Right. In a marriage, you shouldn't be keeping score anyway, because marriage is not, an event in the Olympics. We've said that before.
Yeah, you're on the same team.
Right. So if one of you lose, both of you lose.
Right.
So because we're not keeping score, then it doesn't make sense for you to say, this is the 47th time that I told you not to do that. And last week when you did that, you said you ain't going to do that again. And I told you if you did it, I was through. Well, no, stop that. Mm-hmm. No, stick to the issue at hand.
You also don't want to ever, use another person's marriage or relationship as an example,
Right.
To, when you're talking about your relationship, things that you and your spouse are dealing with.
You don't use somebody else's relationship as ammunition. The Bible says for both spouses, whether it's the wife or the husband, it says to the wife, submit yourself to your own husband. Mm-hmm. It says the husband, submit yourself to your own wife. Well, you're not doing that when you say, well, Helen's husband does this. Well, you're not married to...
Yeah. And you don't know what Helen and her husband do in their house. It could be worse off than you.
Right. Helen and her husband could be eating bologna.
Right.
And spam at night in order to have that kind of...
Helen's husband could be going upside her head every night.
You don't know what they do in the Helen.
Just, stay in your own boundaries of your marriage.
Right. Keep Helen out of it. And that goes for relatives. That goes for friends at work. Keep them out of it. Only discuss the details at hand about the people at hand, which would be you and your spouse.
Right. Number 4, put yourself in your spouse's shoes. Okay, like for example, I can bring up, something petty to Mark that was really bothering me, that really hurt me.
Right.
To Mark it may seem like, why are you bringing this up? Mm-hmm. Right? But it hurt me, so Mark should, put himself in my shoes. What
would be petty to her, for every petty issue that she has, I probably have a petty issue too. So mm-hmm. let's say for her, her petty issue might be, maybe I didn't hang the towels up. Okay, but then
the correct way.
The correct way. I might have hung him up.
You hang him up. It's like, babe, what is this?
I hung him up,
Right.
but maybe it wasn't to her liking, you know. But then on the other hand, you know, for me that might be petty. That might be petty to me, you know. But what if she don't put the remotes back where I asked her to put them? You know, I mean that's rampage worthy for me. We already got too many remotes as it is. Put them all back where they need to be. Well, you got to put yourself in that situation. You know, maybe the towels aren't that big of a deal, but what if it was the remote? You know what I'm saying? So just do your best to be fair.
And the last thing is watch your tone.
Right. None of this. Well, you ain't gonna talk to me like that. My mama don't even talk to me like that. Wait, no. Reel it in. Lower your voice, watch your facial expressions, because all of that is either going to de-escalate the problem or it's going to fuel the flame.
Tone is everything whenever you're having a discussion. You know, you can be saying the exact same thing, but if your tone is crazy, it's going to defeat the purpose of that discussion. Right. You're not gonna get anywhere.
Right. So
if anything, you're gonna dig yourself deeper in the hole.
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, you want to make sure that you give your spouse. I'm not saying that you don't give your spouse room to feel or to have emotion. I'm not saying that. But you have to take responsibility for your own tone, for your own emotions. And for me, I know I talk loud, period. On a good day, whether I'm happy, sad, whatever, I talk loud. So if I know that on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm always at an 8. 0.5. 5. Okay.
No. 7.
If I'm always at an 8, okay, then if I'm upset about something, then consciously in my mind I need to bring it down to a 4. Right. So when it comes out, it's at maybe like a 5 or a 6. You know what I'm saying? I have to assume responsibility for that.
Yeah, and I mean also, if you're really upset and your emotions are all over the place, who says that you have to, discuss the issue right then.
Right.
Give yourself like 10, 15, 30 minutes just to cool down, calm down, take a walk, watch one of your favorite TV shows.
Watch the Cosbys or that old SpongeBob thing that I think caused brain damage, whatever floats your thing,
just take a walk. If you're a guy, go lift weights or something, blow steam off that way.
Yeah.
If you're a lady, go shopping.
No, because that might be the reason for the argument. Anyway, just take a break from it. You know, and come back to it when you're a little bit more level-headed, and then you'll have a little bit more control over your emotions and your tone. So remember to fight fair. And in doing so, you talk about, the situation that you're talking about. Don't bring in past details. Don't involve other people that are not inside the marriage.
And put yourself in your
spouse's shoes.
And the big one, watch your tone.
Watch your tone, yeah.
Okay. So if you like this video, also feel free to check out our other videos on our channel. And as always, all of our information is listed in the description box below.
This has been your marriage tip for today. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you again soon.